Hey everybody, Andrei from CFX Films here, and first thing I want to say, got a new webcam. I had a new webcam when I recorded the Division first impression, but for some reason there was some issue with the syncing, so I didn't actually end up using it. But I'm using this one now, and here's what it looks like. So it's much better than the last one I had. The old one was a it was an older Logitech model, but now I'm using the C920, and I absolutely love it. So what do I want to talk about? Well, something has been popping up recently, and I think it's time I addressed it on my channel. A majority of my subscribers are from the way I interact with my fans, and the way that the sort of the impression, the vibe that I get is that many of them are between the ages of 9 and 16, 17. So there's a lot of younger audiences on my channel. And that's why I censor some of my content, because I just want to do the parents a favor, because while some parents may not care about the content that their children are exposed to, I do, and I don't want to be responsible for that, for them seeing or hearing something that they don't need to or should not see. So what am I talking about? Well, I want to talk about whenever I get an email of someone asking me to work on their project or make some code for them or give them the build files. You know, you guys gotta stop, seriously. Okay, so what I mean by this is, while I try to answer as many comments as I can, and while I try to answer and respond to as many emails as I can, what I've noticed is this trend where I will get an email of someone. The emails are usually unprofessional, so I assume they're 12, 13, 14, and they're asking for code from me. They're saying, hey, I need help with this game, can you send me this code? And sometimes if I do send the code, and it's not often, it just depends how what mood I'm in that day and how I feel. If I send the code will be a very small bit. And sometimes I'll send broken code and I'll say, hey, there's one very simple change you need to make this work. Figure it out. And a lot of times you guys will get frustrated at me for that. And why? I don't get it. This is the thing. If you want to learn how to make games, don't always use someone else's code without improving it or learning how it works yourself. While I encourage learning the code yourself and breaking it down so you can find out how to program it yourself, I know what you guys are doing. I know you're just taking the code and you're putting it in your game, and that's it, and you're just using it and you're forgetting about it. And a lot of times you guys will say, I'll give you credit or something like that, or I'll give you a share of the royalties. Like, I know you're not going to make any money off of the game, and I don't really care about the credit. That's not why I'll do this. But I really want you guys to understand, the whole point of this video is you need to start looking at games differently. You need to start prioritizing. If you want to be a game developer, stop asking people to write your code for you. Stop asking for people to send you free code, because it annoys every YouTuber. If you guys, I used to do this. Okay, when I first started, I asked for a couple bits of code. I didn't go overboard because I knew it was annoying, but I did try because I was not a very good programmer. I wanted to learn. And fortunately, the people who were kind enough to send me the code, one of them, I will call them out, the Tornado Twins. They're the coolest guys on YouTube, and I love all their work, and I've been following them, and I've known them through the internet for many years now. And they were kind enough, and they sent me the code, and that was really cool, and it really did help and sort of inspired me to do the same for others. Sometimes, once it started happening to me, I realized how annoying it actually can be. And I'm not trying to just rant here, but I really want you guys to understand and start looking at the code differently. Don't just try and take other people's code and use it in your own games, because you're not going to make a game that anybody would want to play. It's not worth it. You're not learning, you're wasting your time. Time is very valuable. So what I encourage you guys to do is take the code. If you have a piece of code, and if you want help with a code from a YouTuber or somebody, one, if they're not extremely busy, which I am very busy, but I do set time aside to help my YouTubers. And I hope you guys understand that I'm a busy person. I can't just join on your projects and work. You know, I have my own job. I'm self-employed. I have several jobs, so I'm always working. I'm writing music and programming. That's just what I do. And I'm a college student, so you gotta understand how that is all coming together. I keep using my hands. I use my hands for everything. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, if they're very busy, 2, ask for help with your code. Don't ask them to write your code. I will always send you code that needs to be improved. And if I send you code and you email me back and you say, oh, it doesn't work, I need something like this, or something that's similar, but even though it's something similar that I sent you already, I'm not going to send you the code. I don't ignore a lot of my emails, but I will stop responding if you keep asking for more code, just because. And I will send a polite message saying you need to figure out how to do this on your own. And if you keep emailing me back, I'm going to stop responding. That's just because you need to get the hint, you need to get the message, you need to learn. Because again, I cannot enforce enough. You're not going to learn how to code unless you do it yourself. So I am sure I'm speaking for several YouTubers when I'm saying this. This is not just me. I know other YouTubers and other people who have been asked the same things. And it's disrespectful too, because you don't, if you're asking to a certain point, like if you ask Gabe Newell for code, right? If you ask him for the code from Half-Life, that's disrespectful. That's just, he's not going to give it to you. The team will not give it to you because they worked hard on that. They spent money and time. Well, time is money. So they spent their time working on the code, and you just want to get it for free. And then what you can do? You say, oh, you know, it'll be amazing. It'll help me out. Yeah, okay, it helps you out. You use their code. You don't improve it. You barely, maybe slightly tweak it. Then you call it your own. You know, I've seen this happen a million times, and it's frustrating for a lot of YouTubers. So please stop doing it, guys. It's not cool. And I don't encourage it, and it does not make you a better programmer. It doesn't teach you how to develop games. So if you want code, ask for help with your code. Don't ask for completed code, because it's disrespectful to everyone who writes the code. That's what I want to talk about. I hope you guys learn something from this. Again, I'm not calling anybody out that's been doing this. I've been getting dozens of emails, literally dozens of emails. I get about one a week. For the past, I don't know, year or so, of just people asking for code and favors. And, you know, while I know it's not going to stop, I hope that somebody will see this and sort of take their perspective and change it a little bit. Because it's a matter of improving. That's what I want to teach you guys. I want to teach you guys how to be better game developers. I want to teach you guys how to be better artists. Just be better people. I tell you guys what I think, and hopefully you guys agree with me. If you don't agree with me, let me know below. I want to know your side of the story, or your opinion on this, because I know there's a lot of opinions that differ from person to person. So with that, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and subscribe if you want to hear more of these, or you want to see some of my content. If you want to see the games that people are asking for my code from, I have those on this channel too. And my outro. The outro is about to slide in a couple seconds. That'll have some suggested. It'll have my previous video and a recommended video. Click one of those if you want to see more stuff. So subscribe, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.